Hey FedEx, my name is Eric Stanford and I represent Pivot Produce. We are a farm to restaurant distribution company in Tucson, Arizona. We currently serve about 20 farmers and distribute produce to about 15 restaurants in Tucson. I came to start Pivot Produce because I have been a chef in Tucson for the last 8 years, and before that in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina, in Milwaukee, in Alaska. So it's really my passion was around cooking for a very long time. And when I moved to Tucson, I realized that the vegetables that were available to me at the farmer's market on a personal level from our personal refrigerator were not available in the restaurant kitchens that I worked in. So I set out about 2 years ago to solve that problem by becoming a distributor and distributing on behalf of the small farms all around southern Arizona. Pivot Produce works by communicating with farmers and communicating with restaurants and serving as a communicating arm between those two. Historically, restaurants are pretty difficult to work with. They have really high demands as far as quality, quantity, and timeliness. And farmers work their fields and don't necessarily want to abide by the demands of this chef. So Pivot Produce just serves as a communicator or a pass-through or really just an organization, organizing organization for those demands. I believe my passion as an individual is around community, and it has always been around community. I come from a very strong community in northern Wisconsin where I grew up, and since leaving there and finding a home in Tucson and a community in Tucson, I've built a really strong community around me. And Pivot Produce really serves the community and serves my community in that the community of farmers that I serve and have known for a really long time, they presented me a demand or a need to really have a wholesale market. And as a restaurateur or a chef, I was able to fill that need in the community. So really, I feel myself, this is a business, but it's also serving a need in the community here in Tucson. We are offering significant buying power to a group of small-scale farmers that have traditionally had to work 3 or 4 farmers markets, run CSA, and try to figure out some wholesaling program to keep their small family farm alive. This passion that I have to make their businesses equitable has then made my business equitable. So right now we're seeing a huge growth in demand for local products in Tucson, local produce in Tucson. And that growth is based on a lot of different things, mostly just a national groundswell for these kind of flavors. And we're also seeing a growth in the supply. New growers are coming into our food economy. Growers that already exist are expanding their acreage. And really, if the demand is growing and the supply is growing, the need for a distributor is growing as well. And Pivot Produce is serving that role, but without being able to grow to meet it. Both the farmers and this restaurant demand won't be able to meet. So I'm really looking with this grant to grow to meet the demand within my community for this product. When the farming community of Tucson is bigger and better, Pivot Produce will then be bigger and better. This business grows as the local food community grows. So with its health is Pivot's health.